Today, I'm going to show you the steps that you need to take to get your DJI Avata or Avata 2 flying in manual mode. Well, the first thing you're going to need to do to fly in manual mode is get yourself a remote controller. This is the remote controller 3. You can actually use the remote controller 2. The next thing that we're going to need to do is understand the flight characteristics in manual mode of what's actually going to happen, because I'm sure a lot of you have maybe tried it and gotten scared because maybe you didn't understand exactly what it does. Manual mode is truly manual. If you let off of the stick, the quad's going to keep the same angle that it was. So if I take off with the quad, I'm going to have to give it throttle up. When it gets to the altitude I want, I need to turn back off the throttle and keep it so it hovers at the right height. And it's kind of like with your car. How much gas do you give it, or diesel or electricity these days, to maintain a certain speed on a highway? Obviously, if you go up a hill, you've got to give it more gas. And that's the way our throttle stick's going to work here. If you want to go up in altitude, you need to give it more gas or more juice or electricity or whatever we want to call it. And as far as the steering input is concerned on this, that when we give it a command, if I were to take the remote controller and move it forward, the quad's going to go forward. When the stick returns to center, the quad's still going to go forward until I give it another command to stop or move backwards. And same as with the yaw and the pitch itself, that I need to give it a command, and then I have to give it a command to counteract the command I gave it to make it smooth flight. And this will all come naturally. I guess it's kind of like riding a bike is what people say. Well, it's a lot different than riding a bike because there's a lot more things going on. Now, the other thing that's going to be dramatically different is when we're flying in normal mode and sport mode, as we can see here, the camera moves with the angle of the quad. So it keeps it at a 0-degree angle or whatever angle we've set with our wheel on our joystick here. Now, when we put the Avata in manual mode, it's going to go to a set angle as far as the camera angle is concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this one in the manual mode now, and you'll see that the camera actually goes up. I have it set for 15 degrees now, which is where I normally fly because you're doing slower flights that are more cinematic type flights. Now, that's going to change your perspective, because when we're sitting on the ground here, if we take off in manual mode, we're actually already looking up at the sky slightly. So that's going to change your perspective. It's all things that you have to get used to when you're flying in manual mode. Well, before we can start to learn all that stuff, we're going to need to change this remote controller. Now, what we're going to need to do on the remote controller is make it so it goes from the way the remote is when we get it, where the throttle actually has a spring that returns at the center, to where the way this remote controller is set up here, where the throttle actually is infinite and it holds its position. The way you do that, I usually use like a propeller or something like that. If you don't have regular quads or whatever, you want to get something that's sharp that you can get in there, but it won't actually mess up the rubber on the back. And in the back here, we'll see that there's an F1 and an F2. And on the F2, you want to tighten this down all the way snug. And on the F1, we want to adjust that just enough that it will hold this throttle stick at the position that it's at. If you don't have it tight enough, when you push it all the way down like this, it's going to want to pop up slightly. So just slightly tighten it down till it's that way. Now, once we've done that, we can actually get into the goggles and configure our Avata properly to fly in manual mode. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the goggles here. Damn it. Alrighty, I now have got my goggles on my head. I had a little trouble here with the wind blowing the day, and it blew my piece of foam over across the way and had to go get it. So let's get back to it and let's learn how to set up the Avata internally now that we've set our remote controller up. I'm going to go ahead and set the Avata here on the bench next to me so we can look at the field, and we'll get it recording here so you can see actually how to do it. So we'll go ahead and we'll put the goggles down. And the first thing we want to do is push down on the multifunction joystick, and we'll go down to settings, and then we're going to go to controller. And then we go to remote controller. Now the first thing that we want to do is go all the way to the bottom here where it says custom mode. Now yours probably is just set to sport mode. You're going to just toggle the to the manual mode here. We can do sport mode, I can select that, or I can put manual mode. And now it's going to ask me to confirm that I've changed the screws in the back here, and this is a nice little guide to show you what you're going to do. And we fly in mode 2 here in the United States or in the Northern Hemisphere normally. So the next thing we want to do, and I'm just hitting the back button to go out, and you want to make sure that that says manual mode. The next thing we want to go over is to our gain and expo. And these are new terms to you, and what gain and expo actually are is the sensitivity of the sticks as far as the deadband and how you want the quad to react. Now, if you look at my screen here, it's definitely different than your screen. These are what we call rates, and they're user preferences. In other words, kind of like how do you like to sit in your car as far as the distance from the steering wheel and the pedals and all that. This is how the Avata is going to react to my stick inputs themselves. Now, the max rate here, as you see, is actually in degrees per second. So if it was 360 degrees max rate in 1 second, the quad is going to spin 360 degrees. And you can see I'm almost double that. So if I move the control stick all the way hard right, let's say, it's going to spin in just a tick over a half a second, it's going to go 360 degrees. But the main thing you want to do is you're fine to fly your Avata with the factory settings. They're just fine. They're a little bit soft in my opinion. But what you want to do is the M mode attitude limit. You want to make sure that this is off. And then here you need to confirm that it's off. And that's going to allow you to do a roll or anything like that. So now we'll back all the way out of this. Now the way you want to test this is on the remote controller. In our lower left-hand corner there, we see that it has an S. I'm going to move it up. Now we're in N. And watch what happens when I put it in M mode. See on the right-hand side there, I've got 14 degrees. If I just use the joystick, and I can bump it up to 15 degrees, and it remains this. If I put this all the way up here at 39, we'll go to 40 degrees. I'll put it back in sport mode, it goes back to 0. Normal mode, it's at 0. And then back to manual mode, and it remembered what I had last time. And it will remember this even when you're changing batteries and all that. You can change this while you're flying, but we're going to start out today at 15 degrees here. And the next step is we're going to get in the air here and actually start to go over some techniques on how to learn to fly in manual mode now that it's set up. If you're having any problems with this, drop me a comment below, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have getting your Avata set up to fly in manual mode. So let's move on out there to the field. It's a nice day. It's really windy today, but flying in manual mode, it's actually going to be pretty easy even with the wind. Now we're out here on the flight field. We've got plenty of room. Let's go ahead and take off. Now we're going to take off in normal mode just like we would normally. The only problem is our throttle stick's all the way down. Well, that actually doesn't cause a problem. What we're going to do is make sure the control's in normal mode. I'm going to move my sticks down and out like I would normally do. And then I'm going to go ahead and just give it throttle. It seems strange because I'm having to move the throttle up further than normal because it's all the way at the bottom. So we'll just go ahead and take off here. And we'll go ahead and just get it out over the field here. And I'm just going to hit the pause button here. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop my goggles down. And normally you don't have to have your goggles off for this. Obviously you know that. Let me go ahead and turn on the fogger here so I can see what's going on. Now what I'm going to recommend that you do is just go on up in altitude. Get yourself out away from everything. Go on up, get 20, 30, 40, 50, even 60 feet. I'm at 80 feet now. I'm going to hit the pause button. Now it says aircraft braking. I'm going to switch it down into manual mode. So there's sport mode and manual mode. Now as you notice on the screen here, The throttle stick is way up here. I just need to move it down to where the green is so it lights up in the center of the joystick like it is on the right-hand side. So we're gonna go ahead and move it down. It takes a second. Now we switch to manual mode. As you see, the quad is actually going up a little bit. I just tilted it a little bit, yawed left, and we'll go ahead and we'll rotate around. And if I go ahead and move forward and let off the stick, now the stick is back in the center position and it's moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back on it so I lose some forward speed. And now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to push forward and go back. I can lower my throttle down so I lose altitude, raise my throttle up, and just practice with simple maneuvers to get going. And at any time, if you're not comfortable, just hit the pause button. You notice it went right back to normal mode. It stays in normal mode even though the controller is in manual mode here. So that's a nice feature of the DJI Avata. So one more time, just put your controller back in the sport mode, then manual mode, drop it down so it's green. We're back in manual mode, and we'll go ahead and we'll just kind of do some maneuvers here and just take your time. You can change your camera angle if you want. I'm going to move it up to about 20 degrees here because it's windy out today and I want it to be a little bit more aggressive. So let's go ahead and land it. Like I said, I had told you before that I'm a big fan of landing in normal mode. It's a lot safer. I'll actually take my goggles off. I'll bring the drone in. And we'll just go ahead and hold the throttle stick down. It's nice because it holds itself down now, which is a neat thing. Now you can take off in manual mode. And the way you do that on the remote controller here, you have a start-stop button. You're gonna have to press that twice. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and I'll put the goggles down. And then I'll put the remote controller in manual mode, and you notice that it held the camera angle. I'll go ahead and drop that down to 20 degrees just because it's easier when I'm on the ground now. I'm gonna press the start-stop button twice. You see it starts the motors. Now when it takes off, the wind is blowing towards me, so I'm gonna have to immediately react to get the Avata to go away from me. And as you saw with the wind that we have blowing here today, that was a little sketchy. So in some respects, you're safer to do it in normal mode and then switch when you're in the air. It's definitely windy today. You probably heard it in the microphone, but the normal manual mode here just gives you the ability to go around and do things that you can't do in normal mode. You basically you have freedom, I guess is the best term that you can have with this, that you can go around and do things that you can't do, and it's very relaxing once you've learned it. And you can just drop down right through the trees and then just come on up, and we'll come on up the road here. And once you get better with it, as I said, you can start to do some acrobatic tricks with it. The Avata is not the greatest quad for that, but like if we wanted to do a flip, you just give it full throttle for a second, off the throttle, and around. So now we've done a roll to the right there. And we can do the same thing with a flip. And at any given time, let's just say I get totally inverted here. And I'll just hit pause. Now we're good to go again. Put it sport mode, manual mode, line up your green dots, and away you go. So let's go ahead and we'll throw this thing in normal mode. I'll just hit the pause button here. Pull my goggles up. We'll go ahead and we'll land this guy. And there you have it. I really do appreciate you all watching the channel. If you've made it this far along, if you could give me a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to the channel. It would definitely be appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and we'll definitely catch you on the next one.